don't know what I did with my water. I had a little, oh, there it is. We're reading where they brought it. I think in the fountain. I don't know. Sabrina, do they pour the water in the...
Somebody needs to decide, knowing how much water there usually is.
Oh, we got it all figured out. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, I should say, Reverend Tim is done.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome. Gosh, it's so great to see so many people here today. Good morning and welcome to the First Unitarian Church of St. Louis. My name is Sue Fazio and my pronouns are she, her, and I am a member of the worship committee. We are glad that you could join us this Sunday, either in person or online. If you are a visitor or a newcomer, I'd like to extend a special welcome. And if you are new to our congregation, be sure to fill out a newcomer form found in the live stream description or in the lobby of the church. We invite you to join our ministers at 11:30 a.m. in Fellowship Hall for an informal newcomer chat. Look for the table with the sign for newcomer chat. We welcome families with children. Families with children are invited to connect with our Minister of Congregational Life, Reverend Sabrina Trupia, after the service for more information about our religious education program. If you are attending online, you can connect with each other in the chat, and don't forget the link for the virtual coffee hour that can be found in your weekly e-news. There are several important announcements this morning.
Hi, I am Reverend Sabrina Trupia. I'm the Minister of Congregational Life that Sue was mentioning before. Yay! Yeah, thank you. My pronouns are they and them. And religious education is coming back next week, September 14th. And this time it will be Legos. So please register your kids. And there should be a QR code somewhere. There's one downstairs by a cart. If you want to be a teacher training will be next Saturday, September 13th, from 1 till 3 p.m. in the Clark room, and there will be snacks. So if you would like to volunteer, the snacks are offered, the snacks were made possible by the RE committee, and I thank them for that. And also, speaking of connections, we are trying a new format for the Time for All Ages, and you'll see it next week because this is a multi-generational service. But we will be calling it the connection moment, so there will be no more Time for All Ages in your order of service. If you're looking for it, it's called the connection moment. Where we want to have stories, singing, dancing, videos, and all kinds of things to make everybody think about the reflection of the day. Back to Sue.
On the first Sunday of each month, we will have a community lunch. Beginning this Sunday, even though it is technically the second Sunday, it is a simple informal lunch. We will compost tableware and ask folks clean up their own eating space. This will be a chance to enjoy a meal together. Transgender inclusion in congregations from the Transforming Hearts Collective will begin Tuesday, September 23rd. Please see the e-news for more information. Now please center yourself in preparation for worship. love the sound of the babbling brook up here. Welcome to this religious community where we affirm the worth and dignity of all who enter. We gather in community, understanding that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, identity, and theology. Our values invite us into a shared journey of truth and meaning making. Together, we foster a spirit of gratitude and generosity so that all may feel welcome and all can thrive. We are glad that you are here this morning. Please enjoy our prelude, Deep River, performed by Alan Hoffman.
Good morning. I am the Reverend Kim Mason. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve this congregation as your lead minister. Welcome to our fall ingathering and water communion ceremony. We enter worship. Yeah, woo! We begin this fall by gathering, and we enter into worship with these words by the Reverend Molly Hausch Gordon. We gather this morning tenderly, like drops of dew on a leaf of grass, hopefully, like gathered raindrops in a cloud, gleefully, like water rushing in a stream to the sea, deeply, like groundwater pulled up from a well. We gather from every direction for another year of growth and depth, another year of companionship and hope, another year of learning to love this world. We gather like the water that joins us across all of creation, the water that connects us within and without, merging and flowing across the entire world. Our service this morning is brimming, full to the brim and overflowing with music. I invite you to begin with our first song, number 100, Peace Like a River. Please rise as you are willing and able, and we will sing just the first 2 verses.
This morning's chalice lighting comes from Gregory Pelly. Sorry. We gather from the ebb and flow of our lives, thirsty for connection to ourselves, thirsty for connection to others, thirsty for connection to the larger life. As we light this chalice, may all who gather here be filled with joy and hope, filled with compassion and love. Here, may we be filled so that we may pour ourselves out into the world.
Peace
Once upon a time, there was a field. It had dry grass. It looked a lot like my yard right now. Full of brambles and thistles and high places and low places and rocks scattered all around and a stream that passed alongside. And scattered here and there, everywhere and among the hills were flowers. What kind of flowers might you find in a field? Sunflowers. What else? Wildflowers. Poppies. What was that? Black-eyed Susans. Daffodils. Daisies. Coneflowers. And cornflowers. Dandelions. Chicory. All kinds of flowers, bright and beautiful, growing up among the grass. You might wonder, seeing how dry everything was, how on earth these flowers were so bright and beautiful. How are they bright and beautiful in your yard right now? Oh, they're natives. Yeah. You water them. You water them. Right next to each flower was a little hole in the ground. And in that hole lived a little animal. And that little animal's job, this one's a possum, was to tend that flower. There were a lot of rabbits. There were also hedgehogs and field mice and even a badger or two. Each morning, the animal would come out of its hole and hop or scurry or run down to the stream and gather up a little bit of water in a cup or a leaf or a straw and carry it back to the flower and very, very carefully pour it on the ground. And so in a little gully in this field, next to a very, very tall and beautiful sunflower, lived a little possum. And she was out getting water for her sunflower one day. And as she got to the top of a hill, she saw something that she had never seen before. Down a ways, hidden away in a little corner, there was a plant. It might have been a daisy or a poppy. It was kind of hard to tell. It was in rough shape. Can we do anything for this flower? What do you think? Maybe? The little possum wondered why she had never seen this flower before. And, she'd never seen one that looked quite that bad. She hopped over to take another look. This flower clearly needed a deep drink of water. Its petals were wilting and, it didn't seem to have a whole lot of leaves. Ugh. But it was just one flower. It looked kind of neglected, but, the possum felt bad, but it wasn't her flower. It wasn't her job to do anything about it. Even though that flower looked just awful, it was just one flower in a field. There were plenty of other flowers doing just fine. And so the little possum went home and got on with her business of getting up in the morning and going down to the stream and watering her plant and scurrying around all afternoon eating all those bugs. Possums are really good at eating bugs. And it started to bother her, it really did. She thought about that flower all night when she was trying to go to sleep. And she thought about it in the morning when she scurried down to the stream. And it was really hard to enjoy her own flower, knowing that there was that flower over there that just looked so dreadful. And it was wilting a little bit more every single day. You may wonder, why the possum didn't just go water it herself, right? Clearly it just needs a drink of water. It wasn't very far away. The stream had plenty of water, and the possum had plenty of time. And that's a very good question, because the possum thought about it. She thought about making an extra trip, and she thought about getting some water, and then she thought, well, you don't just march into someone else's front yard and water their flowers without asking, do you? Do you? What do you think? No? Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying yes, you walk in your neighbor's yard and you water their plants. But the possum was worried that if she did it, somebody might yell at her. I suppose it's possible. Maybe they wanted their plants to be dead. And this flower, it had its own animal who was supposed to help it. So she decided to just leave it be. What do you think? Should she leave it be? No? Whose problem do you think it is? Ooh, everybody's. Well, while you think about that question, we're going to sing a song about water from the African American tradition that taught people how to escape to freedom. Number 210, Wade in the Water. Please rise in body or spirit.
This morning's text is from Buddhist author Mark Nepo. It says, "Water in its clear softness fills whatever hole it finds. It is not skeptical or distrusting. It does not say, 'This gully is too deep,' or 'That field is too open.' Like water, the miracle of love is that it covers whatever it touches, making the touched thing grow while leaving no trace of its touch. Most things break instead of transform because they resist. The quiet miracle of love is that without our interference, it, like water, accepts whatever is tossed or dropped or placed into it, embracing it completely. Of course, we are human and are easily hurt if not loved back or loved poorly. But we waste so much of life's energy by deliberating who and what shall be worthy of our love when, in the deepest elemental sense, these choices are not in our province any more than rain can choose what it shall fall upon. As we consider who and what is worthy of our love, let us sing again verses 3 and 4 of hymn number 100, Peace Like a River.
And now that you've taken your seats, as we reflect on the thoughts and questions raised by this morning's readings, we invite you to engage with these questions purposefully, to rise from your seats and engage with them physically. We have around the sanctuary, in Elliott Hall, and in the Dodson Room, several stations. At the front, here we have a candle station where you can light a candle of joy or sorrow for anything you're carrying with you this morning. In the Dodson Room, at the back of the sanctuary, is a card station where you can write care and concern cards to be mailed to other members. At the very back of the sanctuary is a river station where you can add tactile objects to symbolize the love that flows through this community. In Elliott Hall, the entrance to the sanctuary, there is a station where you can create an empty cup for Gaza, recognizing famine and drought throughout the world and highlighting the systemic deprivation of food and water for Palestinians in Gaza. If you would like to rest in your seat in meditation, Alan will play contemplative music, and Mo will display a video of a drop of water flowing down the Mississippi River from St. Louis to the Gulf of Mexico. And if you are attending online, I encourage you to light a candle at home, write a card for a friend, or create an empty cup, or pause in meditation. Our connection moment begins now. You may rise as you feel moved. We refocus our attention by grounding in the space around us. Feel your sit bones beneath you. Rest your feet on the floor, if they reach the floor. Settle your hands. Breathe in and breathe out. With many joys and concerns remaining in our hearts and minds, please join me in a spirit of prayer and mindful attention. Spirit of life and love, holy within and among us, like water, we too are shaped by what we encounter. Unlike water, we make choices. The world around us is loud and angry, scared and greedy. The constant abrasion of hateful rhetoric leaves us tender. The unending images of war and loss leave us heartbroken. The repeated injustice of famine and separation leave us bereft. In these moments, we choose how we respond, how we are shaped. Water of life, source of hope, love, like water, flows. May we take the shape of a safe container for those who are hurting. May we take the shape of a pool to hold all our tears. May we take the shape of a bowl filled with healing salve. May we take the shape of a pitcher that pours out grace. May we take the shape of a raft on the floodwaters, bringing hope. May we take the shape of an ark, saving all that we love. In this time of dehumanization and destruction, may we take the shape of what is needed, that we might all survive. In the name of love, may it be so. Amen. And blessed be. This little possum had a lot of questions, but she went about her business every day, taking care of her sunflower, trying not to think about that sad, droopy flower in the corner. But it just kept bothering her so much. Sometimes she wished, why won't that flower just get better on its own? You think it could? No. Well, she would sneak a peek and see if anything had changed. But, well, nobody was watering that flower, and it just kind of kept getting droopier. And finally, the possum could not stand it any longer. It's just not right. Flowers are not supposed to wilt like that. Flowers should be healthy and colorful and bright and beautiful. And what else?
Smell nice.
Smell nice and be pretty. Yeah. So the little possum found herself scurrying over to the flower, and the closer she got, the little more nervous she got, and her nose was twitching, and she sniffed the air, and she thought, it might be dangerous. You think it'll be dangerous? No. All right, let's see. She peeked again. It's just not right. It's just not right. And so she peeked as close as she could, and as she got really close, out popped a bear. Hey, what are you doing? What was she doing? And the little possum said, I have to water this flower. It's too dry, and if I don't water it, it's going to die. And the bear said, what business is it of yours? I'll take care of my flower however I want. Go home and take care of your own flower. And the possum, she was very scared. Have you seen a scared possum? What do? Plonk. Yeah. So this possum had to really take some deep breaths and gather all her courage, and she said, I'm sorry, bear. I tried that. Flowers are supposed to be bright and beautiful, not wilty and droopy. Nobody said, oh, what a pretty wilty and droopy flower. So I'm going to water this flower. And she went over, and she got some water, and she watered the flower. And she watered that dry, wilty flower right in front of the bear. The bear watched the whole time. And he mumbled, and he fussed, and he gave her mean looks. But he didn't do anything. And the possum wandered back over the hill, and she watered her own flower. And the next day, when she got up, she got some water for her sunflower, and she got some water for the wilty flower. Day after day, another and another. The bear, well, he continued to mumble and fuss. Why don't you mind your own business? But the possum knew that this little flower needed her love. And so as she started watering, things started to happen. The more she watered, the more the flower grew taller and brighter and healthier. And really unusual thing was that as this little sad flower got healthier and happier, why, the possum's own flower grew even taller and brighter and more beautiful. And in fact, all the flowers in the field, not even flowers that she had watered or even noticed, the whole field began to brighten as the colors of every flower became more and more vivid. The flower colors mingling with each other, the scents wafting through the air. It's as if there was more water for every flower. How could that be? Were there other possums and bears and field mice and badgers watering other people's flowers? What do you think? Maybe. Or maybe it was because when someone waters a wilting flower somewhere, flowers everywhere grow a little taller? Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's like love. The more love you give, the more love there is. I don't know. We'll just have to try it. Do it ourselves and see what happens. So let's sing. We're going to sing number 162, Going to Lay Down My Sword and Shield, a song about taking action. Please rise and embody your spirit.
This is part 2 of the reading by Mark Nepo, and it says, "In truth, the more we let love flow, the more we have to love. This is the inner glow that sages and saints of all ages seem to share, the wash of their love over everything before them, not just people, but birds and rocks and flowers and air. Beneath the many choices we have to make, love, like water, flows back into the world through us. It is the one great secret available to all. Yet somewhere the misperception has been enshrined that to withhold love will stop hurt. It is the other way around. As water soaks scars, love soothes our wounds. If open to, love will accept the angrily thrown stone, and our small tears will lose some of their burn in the great ocean of tears, and the arrow released to the bottom of the river will lose its point. Only love, with no thought of return, can soften the point of suffering. Now please join me again in singing hymn number 100, verses 5 and 6.
The First Unitarian Church of St. Louis strives to be a welcoming congregation, inspiring lives of loving kindness and integrity by nurturing spirituality, building community, and advancing justice. One of the ways we do that is by sharing the plate. All non-pledged donations received this morning will go to the Tabernacle Community Development Corporation. Tabernacle CDC's mission is to assist communities by building people. Located in the Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood, they create programs and develop partnerships with like-minded organizations with the common goal of eliminating causes of poverty, increasing self-sufficiency of individuals and families, as well as revitalizing communities. Their social service and community development program work to improve lives by empowering the individual. This morning's offering will now be received. Yeah. Sorry, that was a little loud. This morning, we are being fed. Fed by love, fed physically. Be sure and give your thanks this morning to Cheryl Coulter and the Social Action Committee who made this morning's meal possible. For the gift of food, for the gift of this community, and your gifts each morning and every day. Thank you. Each fall, as we gather for the new church year, we symbolize our reunion with a water communion, in which we bring a small amount of water to be shared in a common vessel. This year's vessel is a little different than usual. Just as love flows this year, our water flows. When you come forward, you will pour your water into the bottom bowl of the fountain, and it will flow throughout, just like love. If you forgot your water, a pitcher of water is nearby so that you may share your water symbolically. If you did not have a chance to submit the source of your water via the electronic form, there are index cards and pencils here. You may hand it to us live. And those of you attending online may name your water source in the live chat if you haven't already submitted via the form. While Sabrina, Sue, and I read the water source submissions that were received this morning and online, the ushers will direct you to come forward row by row down the center aisle. You do not need to wait for your water submission to be read before pouring into our common vessel, and then returning to your seat via the side aisles. We begin with water from, it's going to be symbolic because it's sitting in my office. Water from last year's water communion, sterilized and saved for rituals throughout the year and the love of this congregation.
There is water that comes from Hardanger Fjord, Norway, the love of a granddaughter and great-granddaughter.
This water comes from Sheepscot Bay, Maine, and love for a summer island home.
This water comes from Jenny Lake in Grand Tetons National Park, Wyoming, and the love of a family that celebrated a spouse's 80th birthday in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
This water comes from a beautiful home and the love everywhere around us. In a glorious sunset, in the trees and the bumblebees flying, and the incredible community of people gathered here. Love makes the impossible possible.
This water comes from the fjords of Norway, from the unconditional love of grandchildren and countries where people take care of each other. Just read Kim's. This water comes from Delaware and the love for a new granddaughter.
Ice-cold spring waters of the Black River and the Current River in southern Missouri.
This water comes from a lake in New Buffalo, Michigan, where we took our family vacation.
This water also comes from, where are we? Also comes from Michigan and love of ancestors and family.
This water comes from First Unitarian Church while celebrating homecoming at Unitarian Versalist Church of Silver Spring, Maryland, and the love that calls us to serve those in need. This water comes from the Oregon coast, from love for nature and the love of family celebrating a 70th birthday.
This water comes from Bluff Apartments, Edwardsville, and love for family and friends.
This water is distilled water from first year of us both using CPAPs. This water no longer leaves from our roof after a tornado.
This water comes from the Colorado Rockies, visiting a daughter, celebrating birthday. Where are we?
Right here.
No, I read that one.
Right, just
This water comes from my garden, rain gauge, and the love of family and friends.
This water comes from a lake in Forest Park and for a love of nature. This water comes from rain in the backyard and the love found in a partner, cats, friends, church, memories, and dreams. This water comes from Lake Muskoka, Ontario, Canada, and love found in family, friends, church, and nature. This water comes from a backyard hose and learning to give a dog a bath and the love of making a new home together. This water comes from Karen Segrist's hospital room and the love that she gave to her boys, to the children she cared for, her garden, and this community.
Water number 1 is from the Fountain Pond in Tower Grove Park. Water number 2 is symbolic for Sue Herzbergs, who's in Yellowstone Park and intends to bring back water from Old Faithful. This water comes from a backyard hot tub where friends, neighbors soothe the aching bones, working bodies, and souls. This water comes from Canandaigua Lake in New York. Water from the Rhine River Family Cruise of July 25th. From a family vacation at Swope Park in Kansas City. Water after surviving the tornado. And water that comes from love and peace. This water is from Gore Creek, Colorado. This water comes from the Mekong River and love that strives for peace. This water is from Olympic National Forest. This water comes from beautiful Lake Superior and love of family.
This water comes from all who are with us in spirit, but not able to be here in person. Water flows between, within, and among us. This is the water of tears poured out to shed sorrow. This is the water of cleansing and renewal poured out for a new start. This is the water of nourishment poured out to sustain. This is the water of change poured out to shape the world into the beloved community. This is the water of love poured out in hope. Amen, and blessed be. A small amount of this water will be sterilized and saved, and the remainder poured into our memorial garden in loving memory of the ancestors of this congregation. We will now conclude our service with song. Please rise as you are willing and able for one verse of number 100, verse 3, I've got love like an ocean. There is love like an ocean. There is love like an ocean flowing between you and me. There is love like an ocean flowing, and the tide is rising. A great swell of love washing over you and me and everyone. The tide of love is rising, and we are the tide. Let the love wash over. Amen. Blessed be, and go in peace. Please stay for the postlude, and then at its conclusion, our final act of worship. Please turn and greet your neighbor.